right? And when the market is an auction, there are only ever buyers and sellers. And when there are only buyers and sellers, that means that there's either a supply of something, right, in which case you sell, or there is a demand for something, in which case you want to be buying. So the only way you get this right is by number one, understanding it's an auction, knowing how to read the buyers and sellers, and then setting up your key levels. Because you need key levels because supply and demand zones are basically key levels that the market has given you, right? You cannot go out there and predict your key levels, right? Only the market can show you that. So when you look at any of the charts that I share, you will see key levels on the charts. And now it is practically impossible to trade without them. I don't know how people trade without them, long term anyway. Yeah, so you want to follow this system. So market is an auction, please understand that. Buyers and sellers are the only thing that drives the auction, right? Or for us, it allows us to read the auction in a way for us to know, are we at supply, go short at the key level, or are we at demand? You want to be going long at the key level, right? It's a very simple and systematic breakdown. The reason traders get this wrong, in my opinion, is because of it's my current argument. I'm battling with a lot of traders: ego versus execution. Right? That's the kind of a line I have right here. Right? Ego versus execution. Now, being on the right side of ego and execution isn't something that you can do in a day. It's typically something you have to get burnt through first, right? You have to go through the losses. You have to go through the pain. You have to go through. Unfortunately, I often said, I made a video about this, the market rewards idiotic behavior through something called beginner's luck, or I even call it idiotic luck, to be fair, right? You can be an idiot and still do well in the markets because fundamentally, if it's an auction, you're going to be on the right side of the auction more often than not. Right? And you don't even need to know it's an auction to know to go long or short and make money. But if you want to make long-term money, then you need to know what the auction is doing. So predicting, reacting, and then the last thing is the market leaves clues. And so key levels, key levels, key levels. The key levels are not something you make or I make. They are something that the market tells you before the sessions even begin. You need to have your key levels on the market before the session even begins. And this is why I talk about pre-market game plans. So a pre-market game plan, you want to ask yourself two basic questions, right? Where is supply? Where is demand? And so the way that I trade is that I have my four levels like this. I will only look to go long and short at these levels. So my game plan is literally, if I go to the screens again, my game plan looks something like this. So I can reveal my game plan to you, right? I think I did it at the start. This is an Asia low here. So I want to see the market come below the Asia low. I want to see price create demand from the footprint charts. I'm not going to predict the demand. The market will tell me, and I will then trade from key level 1, key level 2, key level 3, key level 4. I think key level 1 and 2 are our best friends for the rest of the week. And yeah, so again, it's about predicting. It's about reacting to what the market has done, not trying to predict on what you think is going to happen. It's a fundamentally different. It's a flawed way of thinking to think that you can come in and predict. You can't, right? Supply is there, demand is there, trade off it accordingly. And so I'm going to finish the entire presentation with this, right? So change your mind forever. I'm not saying you need to do that today, but hopefully in the long term you can kind of maybe take some value off this and continue to prosper, I guess. So that's kind of the end of the stream. I'm going to stop the recording as well. So